Do you believe in ghosts? I've always had this belief that if I say I don't believe in ghosts,
they're gonna haunt you. Hey, yo.
What's up?
Welcome back. The 43rd edition of the Who Effin' Knows podcast.
43.2.
43.2. We had more technical difficulties this time, and I called it very early, and I was like, no. We're not doing this again. But we're live. Well, not live, but recorded. For the Kevin Casefahorn edition, I said this last time, and he's like, who the hell is that? But
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that before my time?
I don't think so, man. It's not. He was just a very small part of Saints history. He probably played for us for like a week. I don't even remember. And then he played for the Bengals for a while. That's it. No. Shout out Darren Sproles.
Yeah, Darren Sproles edition.
Yeah, probably should have went his way. Official podcast of coffee free agents everywhere. We're sticking with that one.
Yep.
Because that's what we are.
Yep. Until further notice.
Until further notice. Maybe we should get on that a little more. We haven't really pushed that.
Yeah, I was about to give you my tweet, but tell me about your social media habits.
Oh, yeah. So I have sucked. This is something you guys missed, which we recorded a couple seconds ago and it didn't come through. I've sucked on social media, man. Like, I just haven't been on lately. So anything you guys have seen coming from the pod account has been him. You know, the no account, sometimes I'll be on there. It's not me. None of this has been me. I've kind of gone ghost. Went into a little rabbit hole and tried to spend time with the family after a wild weekend. I'm going to be honest. I had a wild weekend. We can get into that in a minute. But, yeah, tell me about whatever the hell you were going to say.
Yeah, I was going to bring my kid to school this morning. And we always stop at CC's on the way. Shout out. And they have an app, but I never use it. Like Starbucks, I always use the app because I order to go or whatever. I don't do that at CC's because I just go through the drive-thru and they know me. But I opened it up today because it shows you like what level of reward you're at. And opened it up and it shows you how many annual visits you have. And it says it's like an average. And it says 106. I'm like, that just can't be right because there's 200 and whatever more days of the year. And I go literally almost every day. So somebody's screwing that up. Just, that's all.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, just that I think their thing is wrong because the joke was that.
I was going to say, you made a joke on social media, right? Like, this is what started this conversation.
Yeah, the joke was the app says 106 years, and it just can't be right because there's 200 and something more days in the year.
That's fair. Yeah.
Math is hard. I don't remember exactly how many. Days.
365 in the total year.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome for that. That's fine. You want a fun fact? I had a fun fact last week, and I'm going to be honest, having Brandon on just totally overtook everything I wanted to do and was probably one of the most fun podcasts I've ever recorded. Sorry for the audio issues. You guys probably missed out on a little of it because of it, but I have a fun fact. Do you want it?
Always.
It kind of goes hand in hand with the shirt I'm wearing, which is a Epcot shirt, and I don't know why I'm wearing this today. I just randomly put it on. Did you know the voices of Minnie and Mickey Mouse got married in real life?
I do because you told me that last week.
Did I? Were we on the podcast?
No.
I was about to say.
No, I don't think we were.
Well, thanks for taking my damn thunder because now I'm like, no, I got nothing.
No, I did not. I really didn't know that, though, before you told me.
Well, not to make it dark, but they also passed away very shortly after.
Oh, God.
But they were old.
Okay, not so bad.
Yeah. They lived a long, great life as Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And then tied the knot and then, went to heaven, I guess, if that's what you believe. That's what I believe. So, unless they weren't saved, and then who knows where they went.
Shout out to Mickey and Minnie.
Shout out to Mickey and Minnie. A lot happening in the sports world. We could probably dive into that. We could talk about my weekend. You know what? I have an admission. Let's talk about my weekend. It's more fun.
Yeah, we got the summer vibes going on right now.
We do. We're outside. It's the daytime, recording during the day. The birds are chirping. The dogs are hanging, literally. I had a weird weekend, man. I had a really weird weekend. I played golf for the first time in 3 years. It was a blast. I hung out with a dude I hadn't seen in 10 years that day. He invited me to go play golf, so that was cool. Played with two other guys I'd never met in my life. They also didn't know each other, so it was just 4 people coming together and playing golf. Probably had the best round of my life. Like I said, hadn't played in 3 years, just stepped foot on the course. Shot a 98. Which, holy shit, and a true 98. I'm not bullshitting you. Shocked myself, trust me. 2 pars on the front nine, the back nine wasn't as kind to me, but it was a lot of fun. and I carried that into the night. Yeah, it was a night, man. And I tell you this, my wife was not too happy with me because of it, and it's all right. We've talked about it, and it's fine. But man, I went and hung out with my buddy after, like another friend of mine, because I just wanted to like keep hanging. And in this random bar I'm in with my very close friend, who's basically like my son's godfather and all that, we run into another friend, and we're just talking, and then this guy walks in, and it's like my longtime ex-girlfriend's new husband. And it wasn't like, none of this was bad. Like it was the weirdest night of my life, because I had a ton of fun with this dude. He kept buying me drinks all night. I don't know if he planned to get me in a shit ton of trouble. I'm sure he didn't, because he has no idea what I'm coming home to. But man, it was the weirdest situation I've ever been a part of, looking back. And I don't know. That's it. That's my weekend, or my day, and then the rest of the weekend was fine.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had like a situation out where I even like ran into an ex, or I don't think I have.
Yeah. It's like I kind of like internally sigh thinking about it. Like, how the hell? Because it feels weird, but like the dude was like, honestly, a pretty chill, pretty cool dude. All we did all night was joke with each other about past stuff that neither one of us were really there for, but like, you know, we had this one mutual connection, so I would just randomly mess with him about stuff, and then he would mess with me about stuff, and we'd laugh it off, and he'd buy me a drink. And it's just kind of like, looking back, it's like, that shit's weird as hell. But I just, in the moment, I was like, yo, whatever. This is the life I live. This is what we're doing.
That comes with old age, right? Like, as you get older, you realize, like, all that. Like, if that would have happened in, like, high school or college, there's no way you get along with him. Just no way. Because everybody, like, you got more ego as a kid, I think. But now that stuff happens, and you're like, dude, none of this shit matters.
I didn't care.
Like life is good. Who gives a shit what happened in the past? Like, we're all here. Let's drink and have a good time.
Well, I think I just kept joking about like how great my life was with my family.
There you go.
And my wife doesn't know this. I get home late that night. My wife's mad at me because I stayed out late, and I had promised I would come home early, and that's on me. And I still apologize for that, and it is what it is. But, you know, I didn't tell her, but the whole time, all we're really talking about is like how great my daughter is, and how great my wife is, and how great my life is. And I'm so happy that I'm not in the situation that he's and like, not in a bad way either. Just like, you know, I just appreciate where I'm at, and that's it.
We're always in the wrong, Patty. Don't you know this?
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, that's it. We don't need to go too much deeper into the whole weekend. It was just the weirdest thing ever, man.
Love that for you.
Getting random pictures of my daughter. My daughter's with her grandma this week, and like just giving me a break for the summer. And like, she's in pools and she's loving it, man. She's such a goofball. Anyways, we have some topics. We actually have topics this week, which we didn't 5 minutes before we started, but I randomly jotted some stuff down. So
great.
You want to jump into them, or you got anything you want to talk about?
Nope. Go ahead. Jump right in.
All right. So the 2020 election. Do you
2020?
I don't fucking know. I'm just playing.
That's 3 years ago, man. I don't remember what happened yesterday.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah, I do.
No, we got a couple of sporting events coming up here. One of which I know you are very excited about. One I am very excited about. One I'm all right with. We could dive into the first one. We got the Stanley Cups finals coming June 3rd.
Hell yeah, we do.
Hell yeah. Ice Cats versus whoever the hell your team is.
Yeah, the Knights.
Yeah.
Man. Put some respect on my team.
No, I'm good.
It's the greatest start. It's got to be. Can we talk about that for a minute? 6 years of existence. 4 like Western Conference Finals and 2 Stanley Cups. That's got to be one of the best starts. Like, I don't know about hockey history, but just in general of a franchise.
Yeah.
Like, my buddy tried to say like the Thunder, but I was like, they were already established and came from another.
Yeah.
You know, like just that expansion teams just don't do that.
No,
like,
no. And I tell you what, though, it's not easy on them to. Well, it is easy on them to grow a fan base that way. But I tell you what, the rest of America probably hates them.
We are. So everybody hates us, and the argument is always like, our fans don't know hockey, and I'm like, okay. Like, we're learning, number one. So I'm sure some do, right? Like, some are probably diehard hockey fans that just finally got a team. Like, I'll admit, I didn't know shit about hockey when I dove in, but I'm learning. But that doesn't make me any less of a fan. Like, I don't know. I think it's just jealousy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know shit about hockey. All right, all I know is I'm an Ice Cats fan, and they're gonna win the Stanley Cup, and it's my first year being a hockey fan, and I'm really excited. And I have a lot of questions, but we're gonna save that.
It's your first month of being a hockey fan.
Listen, man, it is what it is. All I know is I said, "Hey, this is my team," and all of a sudden they took off. I'm not saying I'm the reason, but like, it coincides, you know.
I'm in a predicament for the first game.
Okay.
So first game is Saturday. We have Dylan Scott tickets.
Oh.
The concert starts at 9. The game starts at 7. So I'm hoping I can catch most of it. We're gonna go out to eat and probably get some drinks ahead of time. So I'm hoping I can catch most of it. If not, I'm gonna be in there like this.
I was gonna say, even when you're out catching drink, you can be on your phone the whole time. Your wife's gonna hate it.
I feel bad because it was her Mother's Day gift. I feel like I need to be present, right? But I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you there, man.
I'm in a spot.
You might want to just enjoy the night with your wife.
So this is what I'm thinking. It's game 1.
Yeah.
Like the series.
There's at least 3 more.
Right. The series isn't over after game 1. So, but it does kind of suck. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, we got to do. I know we talked about doing like a little watch party or something. We can get together for one of those games and just have a good time, and maybe here at your house, whatever, or go somewhere. Yeah, I'm excited. I am excited to potentially watch a hockey game.
It's fun, man.
That's all.
Like talking about like that the start they've had. That's what made me like fall in love with hockey. If they had sucked for a few years, there's no way that I'd be as big of a fan as I am now. But like they were good from the start, so it was very easy to get into it, right? And now I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it seems like fun. I've always heard too that, and we probably talked about this before on here, but I've always heard that like being at a hockey game live is like one of the most fun things you can go do as far as sporting events go. And I'm sure those arenas or whatever, do they play? What is it even called?
It's an arena.
This is me. This is how bad I am when it comes to hockey. It's like,
yeah,
is it an arena?
It's an arena. Like if we had a team, they'd play in the Smoothie King
that's
Center.
true. That's true. Yeah. Is it so when you're talking about hockey, right? Like obviously in soccer, like you have a pitch. Some people call it a field. Real soccer folks or football folks call it a pitch. Is that a thing in hockey? Like, are you supposed to call it a rink? Are you supposed to call it the ice? Are you supposed to?
I hear both.
Fill me in.
I hear both ice and rink.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, it's not a court or anything like. It's kind of hard to get that. Like for soccer, you call it a field because it's a field, right? So, but it's not like. Yeah, I would just say it's kind of like basketball where they say like the hardwood or the court.
Gotcha.
Is the rink or the ice.
Gotcha. I have other questions too, so humble me real quick.
I mean, let's not pretend like I'm the most knowledgeable hockey fan. I'll give you my best.
How many people are on the ice?
10, I think 12 with the goalies.
12 with the goalies. So you have 6 on each side?
Because it's 5-on-5, and then the 2 goalies.
How long have you watched hockey?
6 years.
Okay, and you don't know how many people.
I had to think about it for a minute. Well, because they get what's so confusing is you get fucking power plays, and then it's 5-on-4, and
yeah, I also don't understand that.
These are all questions that should come up as we watch it.
Why do they get put in timeout?
It's so funny you say that because I made my grandma watch the game with me when we were out in Alabama for my sister's graduation, and Courtney was watching. It's like, Courtney, they just put this guy in timeout. They get in timeout for tripping, high sticks. So it's like what's so confusing to me is like some hitting is legal, some hitting is not. Yeah. I still don't understand that. Like the dude got pushed into the boards one time, and I'm like, was it just because he was like extra aggressive that he got a timeout, or like what's going on here?
Yeah, I've always wondered. So I'm sitting here making jokes about that. Like I was gonna ask like, can you Euro step? Why do they play 5 out? Like I'll start asking like basketball based hockey questions, which are all jokes. But like I genuinely don't understand some stuff, and like that's part of it. Like I don't understand.
So they also get penalty minutes for fighting. Like they're allowed to fight,
right?
But they'll get penalty minutes for it.
I'm also intrigued by, like every sport has unwritten rules, and it seems like hockey also has many unwritten rules.
Yeah, I don't know.
That lead to these fights. Like you saw that. I mean, we've talked about this before, where they started. I forget which 2 teams it were a while back. They started the game they had so much bad blood from previous games. They
Right.
just all dropped their gloves and duked it out.
So I would say just from watching, I don't know all the unwritten rules, but like don't touch the goalie feels like one. I can tell you from playing the NHL games, anytime I would take a shot after the buzzer, it would always cause a fight in the game. So I'm gonna go with that's an unwritten rule.
So no 360 windmills.
Yeah, no 360 windmill.
Close out the game.
I don't know. That's a good thing. I got a buddy that we need to get like a real hockey fan on here
We probably should.
and explain some
If we're
going
going
to
to talk about something, we need to at least have some understanding.
Yeah, like I feel like so I definitely understand like the general rules now compared to where I was 6 years ago. But like I can tell you all the unwritten baseball rules
Right.
because I've watched it my entire life, right?
I've also played it my entire
Yeah.
life. Like,
But now like for hockey, I don't know. I just learned that sometimes they flop in hockey.
nice.
No, not nice. That's why I stopped watching basketball. It doesn't happen often though.
I feel like that's probably a new thing in hockey. Like, I feel like
Maybe.
if I had to make assumptions based on things I've known about hockey through the years, hockey definitely seems like and I'm going to say this, I hope it doesn't come across the wrong way. It seems like a good old boys thing, and not in the sense of like baseball, how it used to be good old boys. I mean, like hockey dudes just always seem like very tough dudes. Like
Oh no, they definitely are.
they're not flopping. Like if they fall, it's probably because they got knocked on their ass, and
No,
then they're going to feel stupid about it.
I tell people all the time, I watched a dude get his teeth knocked out like earlier this year, and he literally just scooped them up and brought them to the bench and then just kept going. I'm like, what just happened? Like maybe none of those are real to begin with from previous games, but I was like, nah, he definitely just spit his teeth out on the ice and then scooped them up and kept it moving. Then the other dude got cut by a skate on his face, got like 200 stitches, and then came back in the game 10 minutes later.
That's insane.
Like, dude, I'd be bedridden for a week. I like.
That's another thing. Like the skates, like I get it. Like you're on ice and you know you need something to be able to slide. Seems a little dangerous, no?
Yeah, they're literally skating around on like samurai swords.
Yeah, they're sharp as hell. Why? And aren't they cold? It's got to be cold.
Do you wear if you go to a hockey game? Do you wear like a hoodie?
I don't know. I've
Is
never
it cold into the arena?
I would assume.
These are questions I need answered. We need to get a hockey guy.
This
on.
is why I feel like this is why the hockey jerseys are so like big.
Yeah, I have a couple, and they
Other
are
than the gear,
They are hot. Like just the sweater because it's a sweater.
right?
It's hot. Like
See, that's something else. I'm calling it a jersey. Is it like what do
it's
they
a
call
sweater.
it? Okay.
It's a sweater.
Is it a kit? Do they just call the whole thing a kit?
I don't know. All right. If you are we're gonna clip this and put it out. If you are a hockey fan and would like to come on our podcast to explain these things to us, please reach out. Because even I have questions.
Or don't. We've
Like-
talked about hockey too
No,
much.
but see, this is a fun conversation. Like these are the things I need to know. It
No, I respect
doesn't have to be a pod episode. It can be a
No,
separate thing.
we could do it. It's fine. I respect it though. You know, listen, I love sports in general. I used to tell people this all the time when I was younger. People would be like, "Oh, how do you like soccer now? Like, you never played soccer, you never got into." I'm like, listen, like, I like anything you can compete in and then get good at. I understand that I don't know the nuances, and like I couldn't go play hockey right now and be good at it. I would be fucking awful. But I am intrigued.
I actually, because we always say we were going to have this conversation, we never have. I actually wanted to throw it out there as possibly the hardest sport. We've had the conversation off air of, and for you and me, it's always between baseball and golf. Like, I think we can agree the hardest thing in sports might be hitting like a breaking ball or something in
Hitting a
baseball.
baseball.
But I always said the hardest sport is golf because of like how precise you need to be.
Yeah.
But I went play hockey, like street hockey last year for the first time. And like I can rollerblade decent.
Mm-hmm.
But I got out there and I felt like I was lost. And it's not often that this is not a brag or anything, but it's not often I go play a sport and just feel like I can't do it.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do.
Right. Like, dude, like I was like these dudes are skating around like magicians and I'm just trying to I just can't do it. The hand-eye coordination is insane.
Yeah.
And they'll throw in like real professional hockey where you got to worry about this dude trying to take your head off. They're hitting the thing 100 and something miles an hour. Then they got dudes that I thought it was like luck that they used to do that they do this, but they put out a video of a dude training with it where you ever seen them just like stand in front of the net and they like trying to deflect the puck as it comes in?
Sure.
So a guy stands
I've seen Mighty Ducks.
he tries to block the goalie, and as the puck comes in, he's trying to deflect it into the goal, right? And I thought it was just luck.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This dude, they would just slap shot it. He's just like, every time, bam, bam. a puck with a stick. That's only if you've never played hockey, it's like that thick, like an inch. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It might be the hardest sport.
I can't speak to it. I don't know.
Just from playing it once, it might be worth looking into.
All right. Well, I
move
will.
on. It's enough hockey
I will
talk.
not look into it. No, I might. I don't know. I'm gonna watch hockey. I'll tell you that. I will watch some of the Stanley Cup finals.
I think next year, when the season starts, you should just be an Ice Cats fan. Watch a few games.
Sure.
Because I didn't watch every Golden Knights fan from the begin or every Golden Knights game from the beginning. I just watched it when it was on national TV because it's so hard to. It's like baseball. For some reason, it's hard to watch.
Right.
Like you can't find the games.
Right.
So.
Are they on TNT like all the time?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's national. Yeah.
So just like dive in a couple games and just commit for a season. Or
Okay.
even half a season.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to find time, but yeah.
And that's hockey talk.
Until next time.
20 minutes of hockey
20
talk.
minutes
How
of
about
freaking hockey talk. If
that?
you're
This
still with
fly.
us.
I'm going to.
You have an issue over there?
Go ahead.
There's other stuff going on, man. There's one other major thing in my brain that's going on. NBA Finals to the side. We're pushing that to the side. That'll be fun. I love the NBA. It's fine. I'll probably watch some of that. Tulane made a regional. Tulane baseball made a regional. How is the right question. We talked about this last week with Brandon before the podcast, I think, and we joked about it. I don't know if we actually touched on it on the pod. We talked about so much stuff. I was shocked that they even had the opportunity to win the AAC championship or tournament, I should say. I have no idea how. I am literally riding the wave. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't even pretend to, like, tell you I know anything about Tulane baseball.
Me either. I didn't even watch it because they were so bad. This year I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get into it. And then, like, halfway through the season, I'm, like, looking at the record. I was like, oh, I'm not going to watch this. Like, I don't care about this. And then they basically just ride this. They got hot. Let's call it that. They got hot. Now they're in the regional, and they're playing LSU. And that's why I'm excited.
Of course. Right. Like, it worked out so
It's
so
perfect.
perfectly.
It's so perfect because now I can feed into all these, like, this inner, what's the word? It's not hate. This just the rivalry, right? Or what used to be the rivalry. LSU fans are going to be like, what rivalry? What are you talking about?
Right. Like, if you want to get Tulane fans that kind of just gave, like you saying, like gave up on baseball for the year, if you want to get them back in,
yeah,
this is how it
yeah,
happens.
match them up with LSU. We are all tuned in. I'm in a little group, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, I'm buying tickets. They don't go on sale until this date. Does anybody have an inside guy? Like, how do we get these tickets? So if anybody's got an inside guy, shout out. Let me know.
They almost gave who were the other two teams in the thing? You remember?
I don't even remember. I'll be honest with you.
I'm trying to remember where UL went. I don't think they're in it with us.
No, I have no idea.
But there was
just know
at one point there was a
I can look it
chance.
up. I had it up earlier.
There was a chance that they were predicting like LSU, UL, and Tulane all in the same regional, which would have been awesome.
Right.
Should just threw Nichols in there and been like, "Fuck it, let's
Just
have us all."
All
Nichols
Louisiana
is in,
teams.
or no, UL's in Miami's bracket. That's why I'm thinking about that. They're in the Coral Gables regional.
Oh, Oregon State. That's right.
Yeah.
Because I remember LSU fans were complaining that they always get matched up against Oregon State, and in my head I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Maybe you should be complaining about getting matched up against Tulane.
You better get through Tulane first. Which, you know, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like LSU baseball is a powerhouse right now, and Tulane's hot, but I just want Tulane to look like they belong. Let's put it that way. Let's say it the same way we did for the Cotton Bowl. And when they beat LSU and then somehow make it to a super regional, if Tulane makes it to a super regional, I swear to God, like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Is that more shocking than a Cotton Bowl?
Based on the season, yes. You can't. They went 19-40 or something like that. Like,
I'd be interested in knowing what's the worst record for a team that's ever made it. It's got to be close.
it's
has to
insane.
Has to be close to the worst record for somebody to make a regional.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm gonna ride it. I'm just gonna hang out for whatever happens and be excited about it. I got to get a Tulane baseball jersey. This has to happen now.
It's funny because I went and looked them up on the little Chinese sites the other day,
Yeah.
and I'm considering it. They don't let you get it with no number on the back though. Like it comes with like some of these players, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like I don't know. But
I don't mind. I'd wear a random.
I pulled up the Tulane baseball roster. Was like looking at batting averages.
Yeah, who's got the best
Yeah, I was
batting
like, which one of
average?
these guys is the best? This guy hit a lot of home runs.
Batting 202, but he's got 20 home runs. What do I do here?
That's funny.
I love it. No, not much to that conversation. Just really excited about it. Wanted to bring it up. It's going to be a day game on a Friday. We'll see what happens. I'm not going. I'll be honest. I have work, so I'm not going to go. But I'll probably have it on in the background all day. I don't know.
It's this Friday?
This Friday. Yeah, this Friday at 2:00.
It'll give me something to do at work.
There you go. You can check it out. We'll see what happens. Listen, everybody knows I'm a Tulane fan. Dave's a Tulane fan to an extent. Any success for Tulane, I feel like, is success for New Orleans. I know that people don't like to look at it like that because, a lot of New Orleanians support LSU. But, man, it definitely means something to some of these old school guys that grew up in the city. It's a certain subset of culture. I'll give them that. But, people grew up, a small group of people grew up massive Tulane fans and, went through years of suffering. Now, they saw Tulane go to the Super Regional. Tulane baseball has been a little better.
I was telling my grandma, we were talking about that yesterday, me and my grandma, just in my lifetime, Tulane baseball is the sport.
Yeah.
Not football. There's a couple years here and there for football, right? But it's always been Tulane baseball.
Yeah.
Even Louisiana, just in general, was always baseball. UNO was a powerhouse for a little minute there.
UL was good for a minute.
Yeah.
There were years where all those teams were in the running to go to the College World Series.
It was 4 years ago or something like that. Every team in Louisiana almost made it.
Was it? Well, maybe. I think there was 2015 or 2016 where.
Maybe that's what it was. I'm saying a few years ago. That might have been.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's exciting. Nonetheless, but this is something for me to get back into baseball too, which I've been slowly making my way back to, it being my childhood thing for me. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll talk about it again. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Roll wave.
Roll waves. What you got? You got any topics?
I got a random top 5 I can drop on you.
Let's do it.
All right, hold on. I need to pull it up. Ugh. All right, so this is no context. All right, This is the top 5 places. Oh wait, I got a different one. Let me ask you this question first.
Okay.
Do you believe in ghosts? Or just haunting in general?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. There's a part of me that I think it's plausible. I have stories why, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was just watching something last night and it just came up and I was like, ooh, fun topic.
Yeah.
I've always had this belief that if I say I don't believe in ghosts,
they're gonna.
I'm gonna. Yeah. So yes, ghosts. I believe in ghosts, and more so, not necessarily ghosts. I believe in haunted shit. I believe that can happen.
Yeah.
I don't know why I believe it. I just believe it can happen, and I'm afraid to say I don't because I think it'll happen to me if so.
Fear-based belief.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, there's a lot wrong with that, but it's okay. I do to an extent, and it's because I've had some weird stuff happen, and there's always logical explanations people say. And my house that I lived in as a kid, there were stories from when my dad was a kid. He lived in the same house where nobody would be in the bathroom, and all of a sudden the water would turn on, or the light would turn on or off, or whatever. And that can happen in an old home with the lights. But when I got older, we had a radio in the bathroom. And nobody was in there, same bathroom. Nobody was in there. And it randomly turned on. And I was like, what the this is weird. And it was just little stuff like that. And there were people that passed away in that house and stuff like that. So it was just it was kind of eerie, right? And then another time I was at Myrtle's Plantation. I didn't do the tour, but there was a video of me just walking around late at night. We're 2 a.m. And all of a sudden, I had the shooting pain in my head, just a quick, and I was like, and somebody's recording me, while I'm walking. And as I touch my head, there's a light that flutters away. And
I'm telling you, man,
I was
real.
like,
it's real.
That's creepy.
It's real.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe, but I tell you what, I don't not believe.
Right. But that question always comes with a negative connotation, right? There could be good.
For sure.
Yeah. But it's always do you believe in ghosts? I don't want to be haunted. That's it. I don't know. There's no reason for me to ask you that question. It just came on TV the other day, and I was like, you know what? I need to know. I need to know how Patty feels about this. Because that's the interesting part to me is that I believe in it only because I feel like I have to. It's out of necessity for my own health and safety.
Jeez. I got nothing.
Yeah.
We could let that
Okay.
die.
Anyway,
Just like the
back
ghost.
back to. Are they dead?
I don't know. I don't know.
Back to my top 5.
Okay.
This is the top 5 places with both quality and quantity.
Of what?
Just quality and quantity. You'll pick it up as we go.
What the hell? All right.
All right. Number 5. Any festival in the South. Okay.
Okay.
Number 4. Barcadia on a Saturday night.
Okay.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Maybe.
Here?
Continue.
Chimes Restaurant.
Okay.
Number 2. Any Planet Fitness anywhere.
I am not picking up what you're putting
You're
down.
killing me. Number 1. The Target on Highway 21. You just go into Target on Highway 21 any given day of the week, and
I'm gonna just random guess. Are we talking about like MILFs? Like
yeah, there you go. You picked it up.
Right on?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was trying not to have you say that and
Well,
just be like,
That's the only thing I could think of, and it's not to be. I'm not worried about being disrespectful. I love y'all.
we'll just edit that part out.
No, it doesn't matter. Like what? I don't know. You said like any festival in the South. I'm like, I don't know.
This is-
Food, beer, like
well, if you weren't drunk the other night and we're picking up the conversation from the Discord, you would have understood.
no, that's actually where my brain went just now. I wasn't that drunk. Good Lord.
You didn't remember we had plans the next day.
I did. I just forgot for a brief second.
You forgot
okay?
your other plans. This is what happened
Yeah.
when you were making. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you had thought about that,
Yeah.
you would have just been like, okay. So that did not go as well as I planned. But thoughts?
I mean, like it is crazy to me. I don't know if I even agree with that list.
I
But,
didn't plan on having the conversation afterwards. It was really just going to be top 5, and there you go.
I don't know. I'll say this, just from a sheer like perspective of like living in Louisiana. You know, people always talk about, oh, there's really pretty people in like this place, or like there's really pretty people in that place. And I've traveled a little bit. I tell you what, man, like there are some good looking people in southern Louisiana. There's also some really bad looking people in southern Louisiana. I don't know, but you know, I've gone through the Atlanta airport, and I'll tell you what, I'd rather go through the New Orleans airport for a couple reasons.
I've been through the Miami airport. That's a fun one.
Yeah, yeah, there's probably a lot of plastic walking around there.
Yes, there is.
Good Lord.
I
I don't know. That's
don't have a lot of I don't have any other topics, man. But this is
how long have we been running? I got
it's
more.
only 30 minutes.
I got more. I got so much written down. You know what my favorite thing to do is lately?
What's that?
So this doesn't necessarily piggyback what you just said, but it's another kind of degenerate topic. I follow, and I always have since I was like 20. I follow these random accounts on Instagram that like share like horrible jokes, like sexual jokes or whatever, just random jokes that like you wouldn't normally make in a public setting with people that you've met in your business profession or whatever. But the cool thing about Instagram is that when you follow people and then you also scroll through these not so nice accounts, you can see who's liked what pictures and what jokes. So sometimes when I'm bored, I'll scroll through and I'll see, oh, this random person that I worked at this really professional place with liked this really shitty comment. And it just makes me chuckle. You ever do anything like that?
A lot of people catch the unfollow button on Twitter a lot when I see some of the things they retweet or like, and it's never like, it's always like just disrespectful stuff, right?
Right.
Sometimes it's like political stuff and it's not like because you're Republican or Democrat. It's because you're like it's just a disrespectful thing to say. And I've done it from the pot account recently. There was just somebody on there and I was like, nah, you're catching this unfollow. Like I don't need this
Not following you anymore.
on here. So yeah, I do that. I don't get on Instagram like that. You know that because we have a conversation about sharing shit all the time.
Right.
But yeah, no, that happens on Twitter a lot. Like and it'll be people I talk to, like have good conversations with, like on sports or something, and then they just like share like the most like disrespectful shit. I'm like, nah, like we ain't cool like that. Like if I've known you my whole life, then we can have a conversation about it and be like, dude, what the fuck's going on with you, right? But like if you were to share something, I'd probably text you and be like,
Yo, what's up?
yeah, what are we doing?
Well,
But like if I don't,
were you proud of that?
Yeah.
Were you proud of that?
If I know you through Twitter, like nah, you just get the unfollow. Like
Right. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel the same way. And I wasn't necessarily talking about. I have seen that. I wasn't necessarily talking about like stuff like that, like political stuff.
no, that's just usually what it is for me. There's other stuff, but just recent examples. That's what it's been.
Here's an example. Here's the one that made me chuckle and actually made me think of this the other day. Okay. Here's the comment. It's kind of inappropriate. Actually, it's not that inappropriate, but it's fine. We're all adults. It says, I love how hotels will charge you $250 for smoking in your room, but you can literally jizz on anything you want, and there's no charge. And this random girl that I know from her, like, hair salon account liked it. And I'm like, like, it's funny. I get it. But like, I just find it funny when I see random people liking this shit, and I'm like, oh.
I've kind of had this. It's coming with the territory of running 3 Twitter accounts now, right? Where I'm like, I'll go to like something and be like, all right, what account am I on, and is it okay to like this?
Right.
Like,
am I allowed?
There are definitely certain things that I should not be liking from the pod account or any professional account. Not that the pod is really a professional account, but
yeah, I'd probably rather like something from the pod account than my personal account.
Listen,
because they're not gonna be like, "Oh, Dave did it. It was Dave. It wasn't me."
That's true.
It wasn't me.
True. I never thought about throwing you under the bus like that. Maybe I'm just a better friend.
I never have though. I never have liked anything like that.
That's the thing. I wouldn't even care. I'd accept it.
I've seen you like some shit from your personal account, and like we called him out in our Discord before, like, bro. Like,
and I don't
like
even try to run from
and
it.
He's like, I don't care.
Like, this is me. Yeah. Take it or leave it, buddy.
I'm just living my life, bro. It's like, oh, okay. You like
fame will not change me.
Yeah. You go ahead and like that, man. Oh man. All right. Let's see. What else do I have? You know what we've been watching lately? This isn't a topic that I have. It's something that reminded me.
As in you and your wife?
Yeah. So tonight we're going to watch the new Guardians, and I've heard it's really good, and we're way behind on this. This has been out for a while now. We've been watching. We've just been catching up on all the Marvel stuff, right? Like all the stuff that's come out post-pandemic, I guess you could say. Sorry, this dog is in the damn way. We got dogs. We got people cutting grass. It's midday in Covington. Post-pandemic, like Marvel stuff. We've been catching up, watching things, and like I don't know what it is, but I just haven't really liked. It's not bad, but I just haven't really liked some of the stuff that's come out in the last few years.
Everything it's not even like post-pandemic. It's post-Endgame, like the new phase, right? What I found for me, everything I've watched, I've liked. Some of it more than others.
Are you lumping in Spider-Man?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? You didn't like Spider-Man?
Oh, no. I thought you meant am I lumping it into
like post Endgame? Because like Spider-Man, what's the name of the movie? It came out after
the one with all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lumped that into the new stuff. No, I love that.
I was gonna say that one was actually good.
No, I thought you were asking me like, do I lump it into the new?
Okay.
The new stuff. Yeah, I lump it into the new stuff. But no, some of it I've really liked. Some of it, I haven't seen. Some of it I'm just like, meh, okay. What's been tough for me is now you have to include all the Disney Plus series into the movies. Yeah. There's like they're already on like what 5 or 6 movies.
Yeah.
And then there's the whatever the Scarlet Witch one is.
Yeah.
There's Loki. There's fucking.
Which actually, if I could take a step back, so I actually liked those. I liked all of those series.
What's the name of the?
Which one, Loki?
The Scarlet.
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
Yeah,
I love that. I thought that was really good.
It was great. Loki was good. That was good. Even Hawkeye.
Hawkeye was good too.
Was solid.
The only one I didn't really care for was the Bucky and.
Oh, I actually like that one too.
But I'll be honest. I've only seen like 2 episodes of that one. But my thing with the Marvel stuff is there's never anything where I'm like, oh, this was bad.
Well,
but I'm comparing it to what
you're right.
When you come off an Endgame, it's like, damn, that was good.
The 2 most recent ones we watched Multiverse of Madness,
right?
Which I liked because I actually like Doctor Strange and I love the story of Doctor Strange. He's one of my favorite Marvel superheroes, which is a weird choice. I know that, but he just always has been. And my wife made this point as we're watching the movie, like it was just kind of corny. Like, I get that it had to be dark in a sense, but like the little like shadow creatures and like I don't know if anybody's seen this movie. Okay,
so.
there's like little things, CGI things that they put in the movie that seem a little corny. There's a couple shots where like you can tell that the actor is like holding a camera and it's a little odd and funny, and like my wife was chuckling at it at points, and I'm just like, I mean, like I get it, it's a little off, but I still liked it. And then we also watched Thor. Was it
Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder.
Seen that one yet.
You haven't seen that? Okay, well
I haven't seen any of the new, outside of Spider-Man. I haven't seen any of the new movies. I've seen the series except for I forget it. It's the Winter something in the Winter Soldier, right? Is the name of
was it Falcon
and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah. Because that's what he was. I mean, I thought it was Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I haven't seen that series, but I've seen the other series, and yeah,
they're all good. I think Loki was my favorite. If I had to pick one,
Loki was really good.
I love that one. I loved it, which is interesting because I don't know what they're going to do with Kang now in any of these movies moving forward.
If I had to guess, just recast him.
Recast.
He's like the big bad in this. I don't see how you can just get rid of it. It'll be one of those things where they recast him and we all just have to kind of accept.
Well,
it's you know what I did see after Phase 2 that I really didn't like was Eternals.
I haven't watched that.
I didn't care for that.
A lot of people didn't care for it, but there's some folks that I'm friends with from like back in the day that like they're just like, oh, people just don't understand it, or like it's different, and like I don't know. But
again, it's not bad. Maybe it was just because it felt like it didn't fit with anything, but it was also like the first one of the new stuff. So what happened for me for the first phase? Well, I say first phase from the beginning to Endgame.
Right.
Like I never really watched any of it to begin with. Like when they all came out. I don't know which one. Maybe like first Avengers got me to start being like, all right, now I'm gonna go back and watch all of them.
Right.
And then I started to really like everyone that came out. I was like, I gotta see it.
To be fair, Endgame set the bar really high, like really, and then all the Spider-Man movies were also really good. So it's like, it's tough. And then Thor got good at a time.
They started off with Iron Man and like Iron Man 2. Like both of those are awesome too.
And Guardians, if I had to throw out another one, Guardians
is one of the best.
Really good. I'm excited to go watch. I've already seen spoilers, which I hate, but I'm excited to go watch Guardians tonight and actually, see what happens in the movie. But
I wonder if part of it for me is like I just don't go to the movies now.
Yeah, I normally catch them like after.
But that was part of the Marvel thing, was like opening weekends and like I saw Endgame opening weekend at the movies, and that was an experience. Like when you got the whole theater full, like cheering, and like that's such a cool experience, right?
Well, yeah.
When they all come back on the screen, it was like it's got to be like top 5 like movie moments.
Oh, for sure.
There.
That was cool. And then another time I was in the movies for the recent Spider-Man movie, and when every time they introduced one of the other
we
Spider-Man.
saw that's the last movie I think I've seen in theaters.
Oh, dude, it was crazy because it was opening night, and like people went nuts.
Yeah,
like nuts, and it's just really cool being around other nerds, I guess. Like
other people. There's certain crowds, like this was even true. Like most people don't care for the DC movies, but I remember when like the last Superman movie came out.
Yeah,
Superman's my favorite like superhero. Period. Yeah. So I went opening night to go see Superman, and even that crowd was fun. Like you didn't get like those moments really, but it's just a bunch of like nerds and comic book people that are like, fuck yeah, we're here to see Superman. Like, and that's like the top of like the most popular superhero, right? So everybody's like, yeah, that was just fun. I don't know, man.
It's always a good time, especially when people kind of expect certain things and then it happens and they're like, oh yeah, like I don't know, it's
not even Endgame. The one before it. Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
That
was good.
That one was even more fun because I think everybody expected it to.
Oh, to end a different way.
Yeah, nobody expected everybody to die.
Yeah,
like that never happens. That was such a cool moment. I've never seen so many people leave the theater confused.
Yeah, it was like, wait, what? They actually let them die?
The bad guy won.
Well, I made this comment. I forget which. We were watching a recent movie, and I'm talking to my wife, and she's a big Marvel fan too. And she was talking about how like now they can't bring Iron Man back, and they can't bring fucking I can't think. They can't bring certain people back. And I'm like, babe, they can do whatever the hell they want. Have you not watched the past movies? Like, they go back in time. They go to different, like, universes. Like, you can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I say all the time, too. Like, he might be dead, but he
Might
also
not.
could come back. He could come back through a flashback. Like, who
knows?
fucking knows, man?
Who knows? They also can just, like, set things back in time. It could be a movie that happened 30 years ago. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I said all that to say I'm excited about going to see Guardians tonight, and then also, are we having more technical issues?
No,
What's happening here?
the thing's not on. It wasn't charging. The battery was getting
Oh, okay. That's all good.
We can wrap it up soon
and then
anyway.
also, you know, just that some of the newer movies I haven't liked as much. I did like Shang-Chi. That's another one we didn't shout
I
out.
haven't seen that one either.
I like that one.
I need to just dive in. But like I said, it's just so much, man. And then like some of it's in theaters, some of it's straight to Disney, some of it's both. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like,
No.
just not even like like Marvel stuff aside, it's just too much right now.
Yeah.
Somebody will be like, I like the show. Well, which one of the 20 streaming services is it on? And like,
Yeah.
is it a series? Is it a movie? Is it 30-minute episodes? Is it 40-minute episodes? Is it an hour? Can I watch this? Can I catch up in a week?
That,
Like,
that has definitely factored in, and that's why I was so far behind on a lot of these
Yeah.
too. Like, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. I don't watch a lot of movies anymore. And I want to. I just don't.
See, I was so into the last phase. I went back before when Endgame was coming out. I went back and watched them in the chronological order, where the order they actually happened. I did up until they got to like 10. I did it with the same with the Fast and the Furious. Like when I think it was like 6 came out, the one where Paul Walker's like last one.
Right.
Up until then, I went back and watched those in the real order, like that they actually happened. So like if I'm really into it, I'll even do that. But this one is just like, dude, there's just too much shit. Like, where does the Loki series fall in this? Where
Yeah, I don't even know.
Isn't even like he's a part of it, but is the series ever going to be mentioned in the movies? Like,
Yeah.
can I miss the Winter Soldier? And not, it's just way too
Well,
much.
that's actually why I didn't even look up like the timelines of it all, but that's why we watched some of the new stuff before going to see Guardians, because I was just like, just in case, like I want to make sure I understand if they do a callback to something. I need to know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah, like I always just assume like Guardians 3, I need to watch the first 2 Guardians at the very least, right? I
Yeah.
assume that picks up off of the second one and Endgame.
Yeah,
Like it's the first Guardian since Endgame, so I'm assuming.
I think it does pick up off of Endgame if I remember correctly, watching the teasers and all that. I don't know. I'm excited to go see it. I don't really care where it picks up. I like all the characters. I like Guardians in general.
Yeah, that's one where I might not even like try to watch everything ahead of time. Like I just know I'm gonna like it. It was the same with Spider-Man. There was no way I wasn't gonna like Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Which I can't wait to see what they do with Spider-Man. That's probably one of my favorite right now. It's just I don't know. I like a lot of them.
What's gonna get me to watch them all is when they do the first Avengers. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I don't think it's gonna be Avengers or whatever it's gonna be called, but whatever the first one is where they're all together, I'll be like, all right, I need to see this. Now I'm gonna go just binge all the other ones
Yeah.
because you could knock them out in a week. I watched the whole Harry Potter thing in 4 days, so I could definitely watch all these movies.
Good God. I don't have the time to do that. That's all I got. We can close it out.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
You writing anything? You got anything coming? Working on a baseball pod. Talk about that.
Yeah, we got episode 2 is going to be recorded tonight. Probably out tomorrow just because, better time to put it out. Yeah, we got the first episode out right now. Go check that out. It's me and Marcelo. I guess he's going to be on every week with me. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully. It was fun.
Is that weekly or is it like bi-weekly or is it just kind of like whenever the hell you feel like it?
I'm aiming for it to be weekly, but it may, if he keeps pushing me, it'll be weekly.
Okay.
I'm hoping at the worst every other week. Still trying to find the vision for it. You know what I mean?
Let it come to you, man.
Like I have the general idea of what I want it to be. I want it to be a pod for casual fans where, like, if you're not watching every game, but you love baseball, you can come on and we might be talking. Like I think tonight, because you'll see that before you see this. We're gonna draft like best City Connect uniforms. So we're gonna talk cool uniforms. So just like a fun thing, but we're also gonna
Baltimore.
We'll see. Tune in. We're also gonna just kind of go over what's happening at like a base level in one of the divisions.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a casual fan, you can check it out and be like, all right, this is happening in the league without having to hear about a bunch of batting averages and all these different stats, right? Just know, like, this team's good, this team's bad.
Right. Shohei Ohtani threw a no-hitter through 7 innings.
Yeah, you ain't got to hear all this stuff.
Whip of blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Don't tell me that shit.
So we'll do that, and then I don't know. The idea is just to talk about fun shit every episode, and then maybe every 4 or 5 episodes update what the league's like right now. Who's good, who's not, who might make the playoffs. We throw in some odds for bets and different awards and things like that. So
Hashtag fade the ace.
yeah, although they're about to beat the Braves in a series, which is insane.
Who knows?
So yeah, check that out. That'll be out tomorrow.
Yeah. It's exciting. I've been watching. I've been following along that. We have Off the Dome pod, which just kicked off with us.
Yep.
You guys go give that a listen. I know there's only so much time in a day. Like I was just complaining about watching TV and I don't have time. If you don't have time, understand. Just watch the shorts on ours. But yeah, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, we got a new cover will be coming out tomorrow.
Yes, really excited about that one.
So that'll be coming out
Cover Athlete of the Month for the month of June.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff going on now. Just with the site and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe some like redesigns coming and
changes are happening.
Yeah, Patty and I have big stuff planned for the pod.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping to do some side content with the pod.
Yeah.
On the pod account, but side.
Yeah, maybe a lot more shorts, a lot more fun. I had a lot of fun with the NOLA flight party, and that really showed me that we can go start doing a lot more, which we had already planned on, but that showed me we could start doing a lot more just fun stuff out in the wild.
Just like, I mean, I guess it's a behind-the-scenes kind of things, but we just kind of, I think we've all kind of reached the point now where we're like, all right, this is like for real, like we're going to stick around.
Yeah,
and
I thought about quitting last night, actually.
There you go. And now we're just, but no, now we're kind of like, all right, how can we make this better and take it to, like another level? So
right.
If you guys have ideas, as always,
send them our way. Or if you want to do something,
yes,
shout out, reach out, whatever.
There's no limit to the amount of content and pods we can have on the in this network. So
we just want to be creative with you. So that's it. That's that. Follow us everywhere. Follow us at Who Effin' Knows on every platform. Listen to us everywhere, whether it's Spotify or Apple or whatever. You will find us there. You already found us probably, but also subscribe to our YouTube. Yeah. Subscribe. We're going to do a giveaway for subscribers randomly.
That's the
best
if you're not
experience.
Subscribed. Both of us agree on that. It's the best experience.
Yeah.
We're very visual people.
Super visual.
Yeah, follow the YouTube at BeInTheKnows, theknow.com. The baseball pod is at that baseball pod on Twitter and at the Squeeze pod on YouTube.
There you go. I'm also the Patty V on Twitter.
At the Dave Rainey.
That's it. That's all I got. Till next time, take care of yourselves.